I'm going to be very real with you, Taurus. I feel like now is not the time to engage in spiritual bypassing. It's very important that you are spending time to ground and pay attention to what is going on in the world around you. I did pull a couple of cards and actually had some interesting things kind of happen while connecting with your energy. We will get into the full tarot reading in just a moment, but I did get the rabbit card that came out. And what's really interesting about this is I actually saw this card underneath my chair before I hit record today. And I was like, this is interesting. I think this might have something to do with Taurus. And sure enough, while I was connecting with your energy, this is actually the card that came out again. And when I see the rabbit, there is often this vigilance. There is this awareness. This image looks very shocked, kind of matching the red background here. There is something that tells me it's time to be grounded. Something is almost shocking you awake or shocking you into the present moment. And I really do see this with the Ace of Swords that came out as well as I was pulling out the tarot deck for you today. And the Ace of Swords really is this card of sudden clarity, this kind of epiphany, this bolt of lightning that is making something clear to you. So it does give me the sense there is something that's almost shocking you right now, Taurus. And the word I actually got while connecting with you was asylum. And this may be quite literal. Maybe some of you are seeking asylum. That could actually be in reference to what is going on right now in the world. But I also get the sense that for others of you, it almost feels like a place that should be safe is not. And whether this is something you're aware of, or maybe this is what this reading is trying to tell you, it's important to pay attention to that message as it comes to you. And if it is your message, I don't want this reading to freak you out or anything. If this is your message, you'll probably know. You'll either see other synchronicities around you, you'll feel something, you'll sense something, and if not, this reading probably just isn't meant for you at this time. So kind of keep that here, but I really feel like it's important that you are paying attention to something, Taurus. Now, before we get into today's reading, I feel like I do have a little bit of housekeeping to do because I realize I rebranded and I didn't necessarily announce that, and I've been a little bit quiet. As some of you may notice, I actually have moved. So I've kind of been in a lot of transition right now. And I really appreciate your patience and understanding with me, especially if there's anything showing up in the audio or any sort of weird things with the video right now. I am still kind of adjusting to this new workspace and making some tweaks, so thank you for bearing with me there. And I do actually have a sale on my website right now. You can get 34% off using the code ECLIPSE on any astrology chart reading. So if you really want to understand how the astrology and this past eclipse is really going to be impacting you for the next 6 months, now is a great time to dive on into that. You can find links in the description of this video, as well as links for all of my other social media accounts. The sale was originally just through September, but because I've kind of been a little bit delayed getting back on social media, I'm going to be extending it until October 14th. So you do have some time to reclaim that or get that sale if you haven't done so already. I do also offer tarot readings and distance Reiki sessions as well. So some options here to work together. And I'm going to start shuffling here. I'm curious to see what we have for you, Taurus. Oh, and I do appreciate all of you who support this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you've been following around and haven't done so already, I really encourage you to hit that subscribe and bell notification. That way you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. Interesting. So the first card that comes out is the Six of Swords. This is quite literally the card of leaving something behind. Maybe some of you have already sought out asylum or something different, something new, maybe something safer. It feels like there's already been some kind of move or transition. This is showing up in the past for you. So this could be recent, or this could even be from a while ago, but it's somehow becoming relevant now. And I'm actually getting the sense that for a lot of you, you had to transition to something and maybe you knew it was temporary. And I'm almost getting this intuitive sense for you, Taurus, that for some of you, it's time to move forward. You knew where you were was temporary, and it's important that you remember the bigger picture. So let's see what else we have for you. Six of Swords starting off in the past. We do have the Sun. There's been some kind of clarity. Maybe some sort of new life or celebration that has come from a transition or change. Maybe some success even. The Sun is all about vitality. It's about life. It's about creation. And with this light, with these rays, we are able to see clearly. And it almost reminds me of after the storm, there is some kind of rainbow. There is something here that is beautiful and maybe even a symbol of peace or the end of a challenging period. And I mean, we literally have the rainbow in the Six of Swords. For some of you, I'm curious what the card for the present is, because I feel like for some of you, there's almost this hypervigilance, actually, is now how this is more starting to shape for me. Some of you can't really tell if there is something that you're picking up on. And hello, Mama, my little kitty here just broke on in. Some of you can't tell if what you're experiencing is almost like your intuition versus a genuine threat, or a genuine threat versus maybe some sort of trauma or something from the past. Okay. So maybe there's some distractions happening in your life as well. Maybe someone is asking for your attention. Sometimes too, cats also represent the intuition as well. So maybe it does feel like there is something your intuition is really trying to alert you to or connect you with. So I really do want to encourage you again, like there's something here that feels like it's kind of shocking you awake, and it's important that you are paying attention. And maybe for some of you, this represents reconnecting with something from the past. Or honestly, even returning somewhere. Returning to a place you are from. And this is actually quite interesting to me because for the future, I do see the Eight of Cups. I do see a walking away from a situation once again. So it was correct. Kind of the feeling I was getting at the very beginning, where there is a change. There is a transition that is ahead of you. There is a leaving something behind. And honestly, even in the process of my own move, I've noticed as I've moved the past couple of times, even though they were both positive moves, there was a lot of anxiety that came up from the past. Because I had some pretty tumultuous moves, some pretty sad situations that I left behind. And it just brought up a lot of this old baggage. And so I feel like for some of you, that's kind of what is happening here. And I do actually have the Empress with this Eight of Cups as well. And so it does feel like there is safety that you are seeking out. There is security, there is abundance, there is prosperity. And for some of you, this is going to require you connecting to your intuition, really listening to your heart, and healing something from the past. And it's almost like as you're moving forward, Taurus, you're taking a look back on something, on your life, on old relationships, on old jobs, on old situations. What else do we have for Taurus? Some of you might be moving for a job, or you'll find employment when you move. We have Temperance. Something is happening in divine timing. And I mean, oftentimes this is a card of patience. But I actually feel like the time is now, or very soon. Or at least it's coming into clarity, perspective. Honestly, I feel like some of you are planning a pretty big move, which is quite interesting. Anything else for Taurus at this time? What's going on in relationships? We have the Ten of Wands. So it feels like maybe there is some kind of blockage or some sort of burden connected to relationships right now. Maybe for some of you, this is about asking for help. Having someone else help you with a burden that is too much for one person. Maybe you do need to talk to a trusted friend or mentor or family member, partner, whoever it is that you're connecting to. I feel like there's something here that is requiring you to reach out for assistance. Or maybe there's just a lot going on for somebody else and you are supporting somebody else. I mean, I did just have the thing with my cat here where she was kind of being needy. She needed something from me. So maybe someone needs something from you too. Maybe you're supporting each other in some way. What else? What else do we have? We have the Emperor and the Father of Pentacles, or King of Pentacles. This is giving me very strong, kind of stable energy here. Some of you could be connecting with an earth sign, especially Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, maybe an Aries as well with this Emperor. But I don't even think this is necessarily about relationships. I feel like you just need to focus on finding stability for yourself and building something for yourself, and even asking for help. Maybe some of you feel like you are unable to reach out to others for assistance. I feel like whatever it is you are planning, Taurus, it is some huge chapter of your life. Like, I get the sense you are almost planning out something that is going to impact you for the next 10, 20 years, or maybe even the rest of your life. Maybe it is a big move. Maybe it is starting a business. Either way, it feels like there is a huge transition that you are in the middle of, and maybe some of you are looking back at the past and you're kind of afraid to move forward. But it's important that you heed this call. And I really want to say, I don't want to freak anybody out, but if you feel like you need to leave where you are, I would really encourage you to pay attention to that, because it's very possible that you won't be able to at a certain point in the future. So I really encourage you to listen to that intuition and honor that calling, even if it feels a little scary. It shouldn't be frightening in a way that's dreadful, though. It should be something that just feels uncomfortable, out of your comfort zone. And that's something important to kind of discern as well. Like, where is fear and anxiety coming in your life? And I think right now, with this Rabbit card, it's very important that you're taking some time to ground. And especially if you're feeling overstimulated or bombarded by social media or whatever is going on in your life, take a day, take a weekend, just sort of unplug and really listen to yourself, really listen to your intuition, but also do pay attention to the world around you. There is something in your environment right now that needs to be addressed. You really do need to hear the message that is being told to you right now. Can we get a sense of what this might be? Can we get a sense of what this new beginning or what this message for Taurus is? We have the Ace of Cups, trusting your intuition, trusting your heart. Maybe there is something about a relationship that's important to pay attention to, or a new connection. Somebody could be coming into your life for a reason. Doesn't necessarily even have to be romantic or anything like that. It could be for some of you. But I did also get the Page of Pentacles here as well. And this is literally a card. It's so funny that this is the card that comes out, because when I see the Page of Pentacles, I see someone who's very capable, someone who has a lot of skill or talent in something, but doesn't always know it. Might feel more comfortable behind the scenes, might be a little skittish like this fawn here, but it's important to be open to stepping out again from what is familiar or stepping away from what is familiar. Wow, again, a card of walking away from something with the Five of Swords. I don't mean to make this sound dramatic, Taurus, but I really do feel like walk away now before it's too late. You'll know if this is your message, okay? Like, this isn't for everybody. For some of you, this is just like, make the move now, step forward now, take your step, take your chance now, or very soon. Especially if there is some kind of opportunity or message or news coming in with this Ace of Swords, I really do encourage you to pay attention to that. Let me see. Oh my God, again, a card of change and transition with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there is something in your life that is changing that's probably in the physical world. So it could be home, it could be work. It usually is some sort of transition or juggling. Maybe you're kind of managing a couple of different things right now, and we did get that Ten of Wands for you earlier. So I do feel like it's important for you to simplify and focus on the things that matter most. Maybe even trying to parse things down to just two sort of big projects or two major focuses in your life right now, and sort of find how you can prioritize those things and maybe even get support for other areas of your life right now too, or even support on these things that are really kind of asking for your attention right now. I'm going to end it here because I feel like the messages at this point are just repeating. So I do hope that this was helpful. I hope that this is reaching who it needs to reach. Be sure to hit like and subscribe if you've made it all the way to the end here. Comment down below. What is this transition, this change, this move you are feeling called to make? Even if it kind of freaks you out or scares you a little bit, maybe you can support each other in the comment section down below. Again, I do have links in the description for my website where you can book all of my services. I'll be offering 34% off astrology chart readings if you use the code ECLIPSE at checkout, and that's going to be good until October 14th. And I will see you all in the next video. I'm sending lots of love and blessings your way. Take care.